Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mike Loris bringing you more games in the Starseries Season 3. We have Na'Vi on the Radiant side, Fnatic on the Dire. Can I skip through more of it, the draft, because, I mean, these hero picks are so ordinary. Like, there's nothing much to say. Like, Leshrac, Naga Siren, TA, all very high priority heroes to pick up. And Fnatic, they're going to open up with Enigma plus the Morphling. I mean, none of that is interesting or anything like that. Ooh, Lone Druid, okay. That's a little bit different, I guess. The only weird ban I see is the Broodmother. That's because Light of Heaven does have a pretty sick Broodmother, and you probably wouldn't want to deal with that. Very annoying hero to play against. Still, this is 0.74, and I know it's boring, but we're going to have to tough it through anyway. Where I am, you don't have to. You could go watch something else or go outside and play with your friends from the block at school. Because apparently in this you are all 10 years old. But Fnatic, the Lone Druid pick, together with the Morphling, Lone Druid probably going to go on that hard lane. Unless they want to have, well, they could do Morphling mid, I guess, and Lone Druid protected farm. But either way, Lone Druid is going to be what I feel is the secondary carry, used mostly for the bear, mostly for pushing. What that means is that probably he's not going to get a quick Radiance up. I do believe Fnatic favor the Maelstrom build on the Lone Druid, though. I could be wrong on that, but last time I checked, I do believe that is the build that they like to go for. But that'll give them a lot of pushing. They already have a lot of pushing right off the bat, picking up that Enigma first, and then Lone Druid with the bear to tank up in the front as well. Na'Vi, well, their anti-push is not the largest. Leshrac could go for lightning and then thin out those Eidolons extraordinarily well. But Na'Vi, I mean, their damage is set. Really, both teams, they have set damage. Actually, yeah, both of their teams are really similar, actually. You get the hard carry, you got the semi-carry, and you got the kind of utility team fighter. So, yeah, I guess it's accepted as the best thing to do. Na'Vi gonna ban out a hard lane in the Bounty Hunter? Okay, so what they're doing here is they're trying to force one of the three picks that Fnatic have now into the hard lane. It's definitely not going to be Morphling unless they run like a weird tri-lane down there. But they want Lone Druid or Enigma to be in that hard lane, because they know that if those heroes are in that lane, then they could deal with them easily. Oh, what? Okay. Well, Fnatic banned out Enchantress, because, you know, Na'Vi, with the amount of damage they have, they kind of need someone to help support the lanes from the jungle. So very good pickup there, and another similar one in that Nature's Prophet. Na'Vi, they're going to pick the Tide Hunter, get a little more team fight that will open up the combo for that Song of the Siren Ravage. Could be some pretty devastating spell effects onto Fnatic, but I'm pretty sure they're not actually banning out the PL, they're just saying we don't even need a ban. Because Fnatic, they have a Morphling and a Lone Druid. There is zero chance that they would have picked up a PL. It just makes no sense. So Na'Vi kind of wasting a ban. They say that's them saying, yeah, we don't even need to ban out you guys. We can handle you. So those are pretty big words coming out from Na'Vi, or a pretty big gesture, I guess. Because Fnatic with the Enigma, Morphling, and Lone Druid, that obviously means that they need support heroes. I mean, who's gonna support? Enigma is kind of gonna support. Oh, Na'Vi gonna go for more damage in the Shadow Fiend. What the hell is going on here? Well, now they have 3 heroes who really need golden experience. That's usually not what you see. I guess TA is going to get slid back into that 3 scale, 3 position, but that's a very odd pick. The Shadow Fiend, wow. I'm just going to go with my original point and then transition into that. Well, with the Enigma, Morphling, Lone Druid, the Fnatic are going to pick up support heroes. And Na'Vi, they could have banned out anyone. The Shadow Demon, the Disruptor, Crystal Maiden, anyone but the Phantom Lancer. So I feel, well, I guess Na'Vi, they are really confident in their ability to win this game over Fnatic, and Fnatic, they're typically a more cautious team, and in my opinion, they're definitely a team that is a little bit behind all the others. From what I've seen from them, it's been kind of disappointing, but who knows? Who knows? So I feel like for Na'Vi, they're probably going to run a tri-lane, then 1-1. Fnatic, well, with that Queen of Pain last pick, it will give them a little bit more burst damage, a lot of mobility on the map as well. And Na'Vi, they're kind of stun light. They have a net and they have a split earth. That's about it. And when you have Morphling and Queen of Pain on the other end, you really need to get that chain stun down pat. So Fnatic, I really don't know how they're going to lane this. Queen of Pain probably going to get to solo lane to herself. Enigma's in the jungle, Morphling with the Venomancer on top and Lone Druid on the bottom lane. I don't know, but I guess the Shadow Fiend is kind of a counter pick to know that Fnatic have to lane the Lone Druid on that hard lane. So whoever's going to go up against him is going to have a little bit of an easy time, because Lone Druid in that lane isn't very, I mean, like, he's good at surviving. He's decent at surviving. He's good at harassing and, like, really annoying the enemy. But other than that, it's not that great.
Prepare for battle.
But he's still, like, one of the best, because he can do all the things, and most heroes can't. Art is going to be playing the Leshrac for Na'Vi. Light of Heaven on the Siren. Admiration on the Shadow Fiend. Puppy's going to be playing the Tidehunter and Dendi on the TA. Okay, so Trixie, Lone Druid, is going to be on that bot lane, holding a little bit of gold. I don't know what he's saving that for. But he's going to be on the hardline era. He's looking to go to the mid lane. Maybe not. Well, Schneckles is going to be playing that Venomancer. No Tail is on the Enigma, and JK is on the Queen of Pain. Everyone from Na'Vi heading up towards that top lane. I don't know what the hell these guys are talking about, but it looks like Na'Vi, they want to fight. They can get the stun correct, and they could burst someone down. Although Fnatic's level 1 fight is pretty big. Not when JK isn't with them, though.
30 seconds.
The animation Art Puppy going to be roaming around just a little bit, and then Shadow Fiend, he's not going to go for bottle. I do believe Dendi is the one who's going for bottle. Yeah, he was the one saving up gold. So he does have the potential for a mid lane TA, which is probably what we're going to see. It's really standard stuff right there. Admiration probably going to head towards the bot lane, supported by Puppy. And between the two of them, they should be able to shut down this Lone Druid extremely easily. Oh, they got a level 1 Orb of Venom. Interesting.
The battle begins.
It's a really cheap item. I don't know if it's worth holding on to gold to get that. But whatever, man. That's what's going to happen. And so Era is going to go on top lane. No Tail in the jungle with the 4 clarities plus 1 set of tangos. That's pretty clear with that. And Schneckles is going to be supporting the top lane. So it looks like Trixie is actually on the mid lane versus Dendi. Now with that bear, the TA is not going to have a great time. The thing is with the TA, I mean, usually you could survive some right clicks just because, well, the enemy can only attack so quickly. But when there's 2 enemies, one in the bear, one in the actual hero, then your refraction charges get burned extremely quickly, and you can already see Den taking quite a bit of damage, forced out at Tango, 40 seconds into the game. Puppy going toe-to-toe with the Queen of Pain. Just making space so that Admiration could farm up this bot lane. He's auto-attacking and missing last hits. That's something I would do. Don't be like me, Admiration. Split Earth is going to kill off the bear as Art circles around. Trixie took a little bit of a damage hit there, and now he's 30 seconds without that bear. I don't know how that bear managed to get so low on health. I guess it decided to go and kill Dendi. Apparently it didn't work too well because Trixie, I mean, how much health do you actually lose? Only 100 actually, so it's not that bad, but that's 1/5 of his HP right there, so I guess it is pretty bad. Did Puppy just mine his way through his trees? Yes, he did. He's going to keep pressuring back the Queen of Pain. They cannot actually kill her because they don't have any lockdown, unless somehow she's dumb and she blinks into Shadow Fiend and gets raised. But Queen of Pain should be pretty safe in that lane. She's not going to, unless, oh, she doesn't even have blink. She's level 1. Puppy really wants to keep her at that level because he knows that she has Shadow Strike at level 1. It's a very smart play by Puppy. I mean, you could pretty much figure he was going to be doing this anyway. But making sure that Queen of Pain doesn't get that level 2, which means that you could put that much more pressure on her. Of course, with one more creep, she is going to get it. There it is, level 2. Now JK is completely safe in this lane. She'll take a raise, but she will be fine. On the top lane, there's going to be a dual lane of Leshrac as well as Naga Siren. And they could get a kill on the Venomancer here. The Morphling, probably not as likely. But the Morphling does have a lot of survivability there. The Venomancer very vulnerable. If the Enigma transitions in, he's also very vulnerable to this Naga Siren Leshrac. I see AA right there. I read it as AA. The Naga Siren Leshrac combination. Let's see how the mid lane is doing actually. 12 for 8 for Dendi, and Trixie only 4 for 1. So Dendi's definitely getting the upper hand here. He's bottle crowing right under the nose of Trixie. Doing a lot of spill damage as well, so pretty good there. On the top lane, Era is going to get first blood. I just barely caught that, so it counts. Art getting body blocked by the Morphling as well, making time for No Tail to get close enough for that Malthus. And Na'Vi dropped 2 very early in this game. What's more, it's a 2 that they would rather not want to drop, as 1 kill does go to Era. I think the other one went to, yeah, the other one went to the Dire. Na'Vi a little bit out of position there. And Era, I mean, he's level 4. I don't know how Naga Siren is that far behind. The top lane for Na'Vi definitely not working out for them. Bottom lane is firmly in Navi's control. Puppy with support onto Admiration, who's actually 10 for 12. I think Dendy even has more than that, yeah. So Admiration, stop auto-attacking, please. Now that he has 2 points in Necromastery, he'll be fine. He has lots of burst damage now. Light of Heaven, he can take a stun from Era as well as the Gale from Schneckles. He's slowed to a crawl, and he's not going to get out of this. Net onto No Tail, but a waveform in will mean that Enigma is the one to get the last right click. Light of Heaven kind of throwing his life away there. And Na'Vi, I mean, when you're in a dual lane on this top lane versus a tri lane, you're not going to get that much accomplished. Unless the enemies are dumb. But it looks like Fnatic aren't dumb this game. So they should be fine to just continue their dominance over to this lane. Already 3 kills coming out of there. Really, I think it'll, if they keep going like that, it'll shore up the weakness that is this mid and bot lane. Then he's definitely getting the upper hand in this lane. Trixie getting harassed back a lot. Lone Druid's not having a fun time here in the bot lane. Queen of Pain, she's not having a great time either. Level 3, Puppy only level 1. But with the farm that's going on to Admiration, it's more than worth it. JK with the double damage rune might find a kill on Puppy. Anchor Smash to open up, do a little bit more of a damage reduction for Queen of Pain, but looks like JK not willing to fight that, just wants to steal a couple of these right clicks. Puppy deny it. Oh. The Admiration Puppy here. Gonna open up with the Gale, but 1 blink away will mean that she's safe. Oh no, unless Admiration is a sniper with these raises. No, he's not. Not yet, at least. Trixie's still on this mid lane, sticking hard to it. But Dendy's farming up very well. He has his magic wand up. He's going to go for, I guess, the standard phase boots, blink dagger, and then go gank around the map because top lane desperately needs their help. You can see Arzart. He's the only one here because Light of Heaven has abandoned ship. There's no point in staying in a lane where you're just going to go and get killed. I mean, Naga Siren is a very horrible jungler. She can't really jungle for shit. But hey, she's killing something. She's getting some CS, and that's a lot more than JK could say. 2 for 1 here, and Admiration going to move forward very aggressively, looking for a set of raises. Not going to actually happen. He can use the raises to burst down this creep wave, possibly take down the tower. Arzart on the run from Schneckles. Gale wouldn't have hit if he did launch it out. Denny's still fighting Trixie toe-to-toe. Denny's getting further and further ahead. Trixie is without a bear for 100 seconds. This bear might go down. No, it's a little bit too tanky. Too much armor there, and Dendy, not enough damage coming out from him. Top bot lane. JK taking a gush once again, forcing out those blinks every 10 seconds. I don't think Puppy has enough mana to actually sustain this harassment. And teleportation coming in. Who's going to be? It is going to be No Tail opening up with the stun on Admiration. Admiration is probably going to go down for the secondary stun. And the right clicks, Arrow even teleporting in there. JK is going to move right in, and Enigma is going to say, screw you, Era. I am the hard carry here. And he's going to get that last hit. So Na'Vi taking a very, very taking a very poor position in this game. 0-4. No towers have fallen for either side, although the top lane is getting pushed down pretty aggressively, and this tower is going to go down. Arzart with the deny. There you go. So the tower does get denied, so I guess that's one thing that's going in favor of Na'Vi. But so far, Fnatic, they're doing pretty well for themselves. Now, of course, the next question to ask is, should Na'Vi have banned out a real hero instead of Phantom Lancer? Or maybe should they have not picked up the Shadow Fiend? Because those are really things that you don't see every day. And it's not working out for them so far. But, you know, Shadow Fiend's farming decently. He only has 1 death, so he's not feeding up a storm. But Na'Vi, they're still in a pretty good position. I mean, they're in a decent position. They're not in a crushing loss position. That's not really saying much, because it's only 7 minutes into the game, and if they're in a crushing loss position, then, well, that's not Na'Vi that you're watching. Era's going to take 2 raises to the face. Dendy opening around the corner, waiting for the waveform from Era. Dendy not spotted out. There's the meld, but instant teleport out from Era. Didn't even see Dendy, I don't think, but Light of Heaven going to get stunned up on the top lane. Galed as well. There's nowhere to run. He's going to instead turn around, try to go for No Tail, netting him to the ground, but 4 HP. Enigma's going to live, and now Light of Heaven is going to go down. Arzart is here with the Edict, and Split Earth on Era. Waveform out, going to wait for the Split Earth. No Tail's still around here. I don't know what the hell he's doing. But RSR does defend Light of Heaven. He is probably going to get out. Another 3 seconds until Morphling does have a waveform. I don't think he should use it. He'll just take a split earth, and everyone from Na'Vi survives. Everyone from Fnatic survives up there. Trixie is level 6, so he's going to have a little bit more bulk now, but I mean, Dendy still with the harassment is doing a lot to the bear. And then, you know, spill damage also doing pretty well for the TA as well. Bottom lane tower does get destroyed. So Na'Vi, they do have an advantage as far as the towers go, but Fnatic so far, they've been locking down that top lane really well. The only problem is that Queen of Pain hasn't been doing anything. No Tail going to circle around, look for Admiration. Admiration's going to try to juke into the trees, or maybe not. He's going to take a stun from Malphus, but I think he might have just mind-gamed the crap out of Fnatic. By juking into those trees, I think Fnatic thought that he had backup coming. In actuality, it didn't, so that was a complete bluff by the Shadow Fiend right there. And hey, it worked out. At least I think that's what it looked like. I don't know, maybe they just... they had a Malphus, they had a Queen of Pain with full mana. They could have easily taken down that kill, but they fell back. So yeah, I guess the mind games, they're effective. Super effective even. Take a look at the gold graph. Gold slightly in favor of Fnatic because of those 4 kills, but a tower killed versus a tower denied is going to help Na'Vi a little bit in that case, but with those 4 kills, with the fact that they're just farming a little bit better. They're getting a little bit more experience per minute, but really, it's not that a big deal. I think the important thing is that, well, how many kills does Era have? 102, 39 CS, second most gold per minute. Yeah, he's doing pretty well for himself. But Shadow Fiend and the TA for Na'Vi, those are the heroes that really need farm, and those are the heroes that actually have farm. Whereas the Lone Druid, kind of sitting in the bottom of the pack. Naga Siren is sitting down there as well. But Naga Siren, I mean, she doesn't really need to be relied upon this game. She could just be like a utility caster, really. Because, you know what? Templar Assassin plus Shadow Fiend. That's a lot of damage right there, and that's more than enough carry potential to win Na'Vi the game come late game. Fnatic, they do have Era, and Era, oh, Trixie gonna get ganked up, Sonic Track plus Gush open up, netted to the floor, Light of Heaven is gonna swoop in with that Riptide and get the kill. First kill for Na'Vi. But Fnatic, I mean, their late game is pretty good as well. Morphling is a sick late game carry. Oh, No Tail can get caught by the Sonic Trap, stunning Dendy. Still taking a lot of damage. Gush to follow up as well. Dendy can pop off the retraction. 3-man black hole though. I don't think there's any follow up, so No Tail's probably just gonna die right after this. Okay, there you go. Schneckles is like, what the hell do you guys want me to do? Jet K still going on to Arzar, taking a lot of Gale damage. He blinks away, but that's the only level 1. Dendy now gonna get Galed. He's trying to meld out, but there's a Sentry Ward right there. And Arzar and Dendy both fall to the ganking squad of Fnatic. 2-6 is the lead for them. And, well, their lead, I mean, Era is getting a lot of farm, and that's important for them. The only problem is Lone Druid is kind of struggling in this game. And they need Lone Druid a lot more than Na'Vi need the Naga Siren. But Fnatic, they do have a little bit of a stronger early game, I feel, but come late game, it's all Na'Vi. There's, I mean, yes, Morphling can do a lot late game, but against these 3 agility carries, it won't be enough. Teleportation's coming into the mid lane. Puppy looking for the deny. Is going to find it. Wow. Na'Vi. Now Sonic Trap onto Schneckles and JK. Schneckles is probably going to be the target. No, he's not going to be the target at all. He's going to walk away. But wow, Na'Vi getting 2 out of 2 denied. Let's see if they can keep this up. That would be pretty impressive. They're denying a lot of resources to Fnatic. Even though Fnatic are ahead in as far as the kills go, I mean, the towers, you can't really count those out, because that's a lot of gold to your entire team. Maybe Na'Vi, they're looking to push down the second tower of their own. Split Earth from Arzart, going to clear out that creep wave, and they do have a level 3 Edict. Who's here to defend from Fnatic? I mean, Queen of Pain, forced to go for the economic build. I mean, that's perfectly fine. You're not getting much. Just go for those null talismans. They'll help you quite a bit. She's low mana. Puppy, you can take him Alpha Stun. Take plus Shadow Strike as Schneckles teleports in. Gale is going to hit on Puppy, and Puppy's just going to turn around for a Gush before he goes down. The tower does survive as 3 teleported from Fnatic defending that tower. Fnatic so far on the ball this game. They're just finding picks all over the map. They're most importantly buying time for Trixie to get a little bit more farm, because he's struggling right now. But Era is participating in many kills. 5 out of 7 he has been involved in. So usually Morphling is just the one who's sitting back and farming, but not this time. I mean, he's actually participating in the kills. And why farm creeps when you could farm heads? Tower. This one, unfortunately, is not going to be denied, as no one from Na'Vi is coming in on this. Maybe they want to make a trade, tier 1 for tier 1 on the mid lane? I mean, I don't know. They could teleport back. They don't really have teleports, though, so maybe not. Morphling does pick up that tower. Here's the teleportations coming back in. Na'Vi, they were looking for a trade. This tower is very weak, but 2 heroes on the Fnatic squad, they could technically defend this. Fortification going to slow down the Edict, and more teleportations coming in. Puppey, once again, going to get stunned up. Sonic Trap going to follow to slow down No-Tail and JK, so Puppey might survive this one. Admiration moving in for a couple of raises, going to hit onto No-Tail, going to get that kill. Admiration stuck in the middle of everything, going to pop off his Requiem, do a huge amount of damage for Era, but he's going to go down, and now Era waveforming in, going to kill off Art as well, going to get himself a double kill. Puppey's still on the run. Dendi, in the meantime, picking off the Venomancer, but he's also on the run with the haste rune. He should be fine. Puppey should also be fine. Fnatic, I think that was a 2-for-2 trade. The tower does stand. Not yet deniable. Puppey, not yet level 6 though. I mean, Puppey really needs his level 6. If he had Ravage right there, yeah, Fnatic would have been screwed. Denny gonna do a lot of damage to Era, but Era will be fine with that Strength Morph plus a Waveform if he needs it. So Fnatic, they're holding strong this game. Constant defense on that tier 1 mid tower, even with a level 3 Edict against them. I mean, they're holding strong. Keep in mind, guys, that this is not 0.75, so this Requiem does not do the secondary suicide soul thing, which I'm pretty sure would have killed Era, because Admiration had quite a few souls. So yeah, picking Shadow Fiend in the pre 0.75 without that double Requiem thing, or I guess 1.5 Requiem. Bold move by Na'Vi. Oh, do you know what else just occurred to me? Na'Vi have a huge minus armor lineup. They could tear down Roshan in seconds. Just look at this. Gush from Tidehunter. What is this when maxed out? -5. Presence of the Dark Lord, -6. Meld, -8. Riptide, -5. Now, I wasn't adding that up in my head, but that's a ton of minus armor. Shekels now in a little bit of trouble. Sonic Trap going to miss. Puppey, they could instead go for No-Tail. The Edict is there, going to shred down the tower. Is going to be denied. No-Tail looking for it, but he's going to take a Gush instead. Leshrac does pick up that tower. Puppey looking to cut off the Enigma. Split Earth is going to hit, and No-Tail is going to get shredded down by the TA. Boom! Blink Dagger purchase, and then into Enigma kill. Gush on Gale onto Puppey, though. Slow to a crawl. Is he going to use his Ravage to get out of this? Popping off the magic stick. He's going to instead Gush into Shekels, but Era swoops in for that last right click. Trading the Tidehunter for the Enigma and a tower, and slightly favored Na'Vi, but Era is getting a lot more kills than he should be getting, and getting a lot more kills than Na'Vi should be comfortable with letting him get. TA does have her base items though, so this will be a time for double damage on Dendi. He sees Era. Do it, do it, do it. You're not gonna kill him, but do it. It'll be awesome. Waveform through, blink through. Oh come on, he doesn't have waveform. You can do it. Boring. The Fnatic so far doing pretty well this game, holding on to their objectives, or at least defending them as much as they can. You can see Blood of Heaven has gotten a lot of time to farm. Has went for the Vanguard route, because he knows he doesn't have to really be doing the damage. I mean, there is a ton of minus armor on the other side, and okay, this bear really didn't deserve that, but he doesn't have enough mana for another bear. But Blood of Heaven getting himself another 100 gold there, gonna go for the tanky utility route, probably just using that Naga Siren for the Song of the Siren. And after that Song of the Siren hits, well, you have a Ravage to follow up, you have a Requiem of Souls right behind it, and then, of course, all the right-click damage goodness. Era might be in a little bit of trouble as Puppey's smoke does get revealed. Era is running in the perfect direction for him, though, and he's going to live for now. But the push onto the tier 1 tower in the top lane, as Trixie does take a Psionic Trap. I don't think... the Fnatic, they have to at least teleport in to defend this. Admiration is still farming in the bot lane, and Na'Vi, they're just applying a little bit of pressure, trying to force out TPs, I suppose. No-Tail has just walked up here and now. Fnatic, they do have an even fight. No, they don't actually. They're missing one. Wait. Yeah, there's just 3 of them. 3 on the top lane versus 4. Of course, that will favor Na'Vi because, you know, numbers advantage, but also Ravage. Let's see if Fnatic actually want to defend this. Do they have a black hole? They do have a black hole. But they don't really have that much AoE. I mean, after the black hole, what are they going to do? Gale and wait for the poison to take them down? No-Tail's looking for it, though. Looking for a deny, perhaps. Your teleportation's coming in, but the tower does get destroyed. Arzart going to take a Malefice stun. But with Song of Siren instantly pops off, and Light of Heaven covering the treat of Na'Vi. Don't think Fnatic can actually chase down anyone here. What is Yellow doing? Oh, these are all illusions. Okay. So they do take the tower, use Song of Siren to retreat. Pretty much flawless play right there. I'm actually going to do the math. What is it? 5, 13, 19, 24. Minus 24 frickin' armor on one target. Actually, it's minus 24 on one target and, what is it, 6 and 5? Yeah, minus 11 on multiple targets. That is insane damage output. Who could they have replaced Leshrac with? But, I mean, even Leshrac benefits from that minus armor because Edict, it does more damage the lower the armor is. So Na'Vi, they could shred down Roshan in like 5 seconds with all this minus armor that they have. Kind of interesting coming out from them. I don't think I've actually seen a lineup like this before where it has that much minus armor. But that means that they could rely a lot more on their skills. Their skills get amplified that much more, and then means they don't need to get flat damage. You can see, well, Denny's kind of going for the straight up build, the standard build, BKB after the Blink Dagger. But I mean, like Light of Heaven, his damage is going to be a lot higher than it normally would be because he has so much minus armor supporting coming out from his team. Shadow Fiend even going defensive. Once again, it is kind of a standard play for both the TA and the Shadow Fiend to go for a little bit more of a defensive lineup. But still, they'll be doing a ton of damage simply because they'll get more mileage out of their skills than they normally do. I really want to see this minus armor from Na'Vi take down Roshan. I would love to see that. I don't think I've seen Roshan with that low armor before. What else could they have? What else does? Maybe a Dazzle? You need a Dazzle for that Weave, man. Weave minus armor right there. Or Bounty Hunter or Slardar amplify damage. That would be quite the sick lineup. You wouldn't really need items because your skills will be making you do all the damage, and really that's a mechanic you don't ordinarily see. When your skills actually make your damage scale up, it doesn't really happen. Era might be ganked up. Light of Heaven gonna look for that net, but he does have a Manta style. Oh, what the hell? Waveform completely whiffed. Light of Heaven. I don't know what the hell that was. He didn't have any illusions on the map either, so he kind of just wasted that there. Dendy and Harvested Malphite stun plus a Gale, Sentry Ward to drop, and he's going to drop right now. No chance for him, surrounded by a whole bunch of Fnatic heroes. He's going to try to make his way out. He's going to pop a double damage and try to go for no tail before he goes down, but Queen of Pain with the Scream of Pain does pick up that kill. Now they could transition into a push on this top lane, where Trixie's been pushing that out quite well. Looks like it is going to be a Hyperstone for this bear, so possibly going to go straight for AC. Get the armor bonus for his team and play more of a utility role, kind of mirroring the Naga Siren's utility role. Or it could be a Mjolnir. Clear up the creep wave, get a little more farm and damage. I do think Mjolnir is a little bit better, at least as a first item. But hey, either way, it should be good because it has a Hyperstone. Who doesn't love Hyperstones? Puppy gonna run straight into JK. JK's gonna open up with a Shadow Strike, and he's gonna blink away. What is the Flight of Heaven doing? Trying to pressure back Trixie. It worked, but Light of Heaven still without much gold in his pocket. Trixie, kind of in the same situation though. Like they both have some pretty high ticket items, like moderate ticket items, I guess. But still, they are not going to be doing the huge amounts of right clicks, and now the minus armor is starting to stack up. Presence of the Dark Lord is being leveled from Admiration. That will make everyone do so much damage. Whoever gets hit by that Meld and Gush, they're pretty much screwed. There's no chance for them. Because what are you going to do? Who has the most armor? Probably Morphling, right? 13. It's 15. Yeah, he has 13. So that's going to be like negative 13 armor. That's a lot of pain. Na'Vi, they're smoked up. Do they want to sneak Roshan, or do they want to get a gank on the mid lane? Looks like it is going to be a gank onto JK. Blink is maxed out though, and so they got to chain this off perfectly. No, they're actually going to go straight for Roshan. Here we go, minus armor. Where is Dendy? Where is Puppy's Gush? Or maybe they know that they're in a little bit of trouble. Roshan is smacking onto Admiration. Era is coming around the bend. Sonic traps to launch out. They're not going to go for Roshan right now. They're instead camping out right next to a Fnatic ward. So I don't think Fnatic are going to be surprised by this. Sonic trap out, and it's going to hit on Era. He's waveform. He has the split though, and he should be fine. Yeah, he's going to waveform right on out of there. And Na'Vi, they have 5 people here, whereas Fnatic, they only have 4. That means Trixie's getting farmed, where everyone on Na'Vi kind of not doing anything with their time besides posturing. So, yeah, they are going to break formation. They are going to leave. Roshan did only take a little bit of damage, because everyone from Na'Vi teleported out. Fnatic, they could go for this Roshan. Na'Vi, they have full vision over this. They see No Tail, they see JK, but Era, with Manta style illusions to tank, I mean, they're not really durable. but he's starting to do it. JK and Era, I don't think they actually have enough. Yeah, Schneckles is dewarding that. Trixie might be in a little bit of a rough position. Puppy gonna get a gush onto that bear. And everyone from that Fnatic, they fall back. Admiration and Ars Art circling the bend. And this Roshan fight is going to be an intense one. Black Hole, Sonic Wave, Poison Nova for Fnatic. Whereas Na'Vi, they have the huge Song of the Siren combo. Plus the minus armor. Bear gonna drop with minus 13 armor on him. Goodbye, Bear. I guess, okay, maybe Assault Cuirass is probably a better idea than Mjolnir because they desperately need that armor. But level 4 Edict onto this tier 2 tower. Let's see if Fnatic actually want to defend this. They don't have initiation with the Blink Black Hole or Force Staff Black Hole or anything like that. They can't get a good Black Hole there, although Na'Vi, they're kind of clumping up, so they got to be a little bit careful. The tower is going to go down. Oh, here's the fight. Schneckles and No Tail, the only ones really out of position there. Are they going to burn their spells for it, or are they just going to try to burst them down? There's the Poison Nova. There's the Ravage, only hitting on Schneckles, but the Enigma drops in an instant. Sonic Wave going to fly out, hit Puppy, and JK now taking a little bit of damage from Pulse Nova, plus the Edict. Schneckles landed to the floor as the Requiem does fly out, do a lot of damage to Era, but Admiration, he's got to run. Light of Heaven's still alive, trying to go for Trixie, but No Tail is going to launch Black Hole. Beautiful Black Hole from the Enigma. Light of Heaven is probably going to drop from the Sonic Traps, trying to slow him down. Arzard's on the high ground, but he doesn't have any mana, so he can't actually support. Lots of buybacks from the Na'Vi squad as JK does barely make his way out of there with the teleportation scroll. I don't know what the score of that was. Enigma dropped 1, 1, 2, 2. That was an even fight right there, but buybacks from Na'Vi. They're going to look towards this Roshan. Meld hit, Presence of the Dark Lord, minus 9. Where's the Gush? Gush is coming. Riptide is a long way away. But Trixie is spotted out, so Na'Vi, they could choose to jump on this bear. Dendy getting bashed up a little bit by Roshan. Gush onto the bear, plus an Anchor Smash. This bear is not going to last long, and Trixie will not have another one for another 90 seconds. He only has armor right now on his main hero, so all of his armor has just been nullified. Schneckles is going to take a Sonic Trap. He's going to take a second Sonic Trap, plus a Gush, and he is going to drop like a rock. There goes the Venomancer. Queen of Pain tries to blink out. She does make it out alive. Arzard and Light of Heaven trying to chase down Trixie as Era waveforms straight in for Admiration. Admiration, he does have a BKB. No, he doesn't. In 6 seconds, he's probably going to go down before that happens. He's going to get shotgunned down by Era's Adaptive Strike. Net Era to the floor, though, trying to man-style split out of there, but he's going to take minus Gush armor. And he's going to waveform up onto the high ground where he should be fine. JK thinking of going onto Dendy, but if his refraction is up, then he will defend all of that. So Na'Vi down the Shadow Fiend. Okay. Na'Vi down the Shadow Fiend. Fnatic down the Venomancer, but Venomancer's back up again because level 9 versus a level 14. That respawn timer playing a little bit of a factor there. But 8 to 14 right now. Na'Vi and Fnatic both denying each other the Roshan. And he's slowly getting worked down. If Fnatic find a good opening to take down this Roshan, they could easily swipe it under Na'Vi, because Na'Vi have been doing all the work on this Roshan, and Fnatic, they've just been capitalizing on the damage that Na'Vi have been doing. But still, Roshan, I mean, Na'Vi's giant team fight hasn't come together yet. Fnatic, it's regen.
Regeneration.
Dendy, praying to the gods for a double damage rune. But, yeah, No Tail, a beautiful black hole over here, almost hit something. And it's the thought that counts, really. It's like, you gotta try the black holes. You gotta sometimes burn the black hole to keep the enemies on their toes. It's all about mind games. I mean, you saw that in the bot lane with Admiration. It's all about mind games, and sometimes the mind games are juking into the trees just a little bit. Sometimes they're burning the spell with the longest cooldown in the game. I think it's the longest cooldown in the game, 200 or 180. It's the bear cooldown, actually. Dendy's going to blink straight in for Schneckles. Venomancer is going to drop very easily from Dendy. Didn't need a BKB, just needed a blink dagger plus a refraction, and well, now they could go right into that Roshan pit, knowing that the Venomancer is down. They are going to, in fact, do that. Riptide, Presence of the Dark Lord, no Gush. Come on, puppy, gush that thing. Arzard's not here. Okay, this is the minus armor, only minus 1. Why are you guys not casting your spells? Minus 9, that's a little bit better. The Roshan finally does go down. Dendy now with the double life. Let's see if they want to push the high ground. Sonic Trap is going to catch out Trixie. Unfortunately, no way to actually close that gap. They could go for a top or bottom tier 2s, but looks like they're going to say, screw that. We're just going to go for the gold right now. I guess that's why Dendy was praying for a double damage rune. That would have helped the push a little bit, but now they have breached the high ground. Edict to start off, working down this tower slowly but steadily. Now No Tail does have a black hole ready to go again. Let's see if he actually hits something this time, which is quite the luxury to actually hit things, you know. Starseries not yet up. Bear into the floor as Admiration takes in Dapper Strike. Both teams just harassing, just looking for an opening strike. Enigma, I mean, if Enigma had a Blink Dagger, well, I feel like he would have been able to hit something. I'm just kidding, No Tail. I mean, everyone misses some black holes. Just don't miss it again, or else it'll just be sad. Creep Wave to get demolished, and the Plague Ward's slowly starting to build up. Bear on the front lines. Gotta watch out for a net, though, because they could easily take down the Bear. Once again, Edict is up. Gonna take down this tier 3 tower. There's a net onto the Bear. Gale flying out, hitting onto Arzar, but the tower is down. Admiration breaching the high ground. Let's see if Fnatic want to defend this, or if Na'Vi want to keep pushing this. I mean, they're doing just fine. They could just keep waiting for that Edict to be up and then use it kind of like a grenade to just throw into the base of Fnatic. In the meantime, though, Morphling is pushing out the top lane, does have the boots of travels. There's the Gust onto Schneckles, plus Sonic Trap. Schneckles going to job very hard. There's a Ravage onto Trixie as well as Schneckles. Trixie gonna follow suit, and he's gonna go down. And so the Sonic Wave is gonna bring down Arzar. Dendi gonna go strong onto No Tail as Admiration tries to go for Era, but he cannot win that fight. I don't feel. No Tail gonna teleport himself out as Era gonna get netted to the floor and all the right click damage. There's the Manta Style split from Era as JK does pick off Puppey in the back end, but Dendi is there right in retaliation to take him down. Now 2 versus 3 in this mid lane. The raxes are slowly taking damage. Light of Heaven, Arzar, and Light of Heaven, Admiration, and Dendi. They do have the damage. These are the highest damage dealing heroes for Na'Vi. They've only lost their support cast, and they could still go for this. Dendi, I don't know what the hell he's doing. He's just taking damage. The raxes have gone down. Dendi gonna swipe. Oh, 40 HP. That Templar Assassin does hold on to her Aegis, but Na'Vi, they got what they came for. They did pick up the Rax, or the melee Rax at least. They're just going to fall right on back. Ooh, Shadow Fiend didn't even use his Requiem in that one. Song of the Siren's still up as well. In the meantime, Era did get a lot of farm from that. Boots of Travel, plus an Ultimate Orb picked up from the Morphling. Boots of Travel, I mean, usually, Boots of Travel used to be like the only build to go for Morphling. I remember, like, it's like Boots of Travel or nothing. 285 is really crappy movement speed, and you really need that extra movement speed, but not so much anymore. So this is going to slow him down just a little bit from his bigger damage items, but with the teleportation he's going to be able to farm up a lot more. He's going to be able to split push a lot more, and he really already does have a replicate, so his split pushing is more than fine. He's going to be a split pushing powerhouse, going to be a pretty large thorn in the side of Na'Vi. Arzar and Puppey going to look to make something happen on Era, but he has a replicate out, so he knows he's not going to die. He has 13 seconds left for that. Split Earth going to miss, and Arzar is going to go down. Era has 8 seconds to get this kill. Waveform in, plus one more right click is going to kill down Arzar, and Era is going to Manta Split and actually going to fight with JK to try to bring down Puppey. They could do this. Tidehunter taking a ton of damage. He's going to drop as well. Double kill for Era. Good calculation from this Morphling. 904. He's pretty darn farmed. High level as well. I'm really... Tidehunter plus Leshrac, that's not enough damage to kill this Morphling. They really need one of the agility heavy hitters that are on the Na'Vi side. So Fnatic, they're still ahead as far as kills go, but Na'Vi with the Raxes with the tower advantage as well are they do have the lead as far as the gold goes. Experience sitting at perfectly 0. 6 kills versus the towers and pushing from Na'Vi. Gonna balance that out. Dendi actually gonna go for crit. Probably gonna hold it there. Go for Desolator right after. But he's going for the cost-effective damage. Light of Heaven, still without much. I think he had like 4k. Come on, Jesus, click on him. Okay, he's going to go for a Radiance. That's like the latest Radiance I've ever seen anyone go in a pro game. See, at a certain point, I think it's like 20 minutes or something like that, Radiance is just not worth it because it just doesn't do anything. But I guess the idea is if you're sieging, you might as well try to burn them down as much as you can. But I do think this is not the best choice for Light of Heaven. Because, I mean, 40 damage per second at this stage in the game, what is it going to do? It's not going to be doing much at all. Is Radiant still 40 damage per second? I know it was like 55 once, and it was at 60 at one point. I don't even know how much damage it does. I just know that it does a lot of damage in an AoE over time. But not 32 minutes in the game. It's actually going to be like 34 minutes into the game by the time he actually gets it. I'm going to go for that item regardless, though. So I guess, who am I to say what's good and what's bad? But Na'Vi, they're kind of just all farming up now. They do have the 3 power agility carries. They could do a lot in the late stage of the game. Fnatic, their bear, what does their bear have? Just Assault Cuirass, 32 minutes in. So not much on this bear. You can see he's still in the bottom half of this. Actually, he's in the top half technically, but still not doing the best as far as farm goes. Era is going to be the heavy damage dealer. Green Pain has been doing decently as well with those Sonic Waves. Still not level 3 on that. And Sonic Waves have hit like 2 or 3 people constantly. So Na'Vi perhaps going to look towards bot lane. They're all kind of congregating in this area. This tower is going to be the objective. And Fnatic, I don't think it'll be worth it for them to actually defend that. Because, well, that'll just mean Na'Vi have an easier time to push it. To push the tier 3 that things go sour. And might as well just stack this tower and then make full defense right here where you'll get the Plague Wards up. You can actually mount a defense that is substantial. Light of Heaven does have that Radiance, and he's going to go back to deal with Era, who's pushing down the top lane once again. This tier 3 tower is going to go down. I feel Fortification is going to slow him down. The tier 2 tower is going to take a little bit of heat. It's going to get dropped very quickly, but the tower on the top lane is going to drop as well. Morphling picking up that one as Light of Heaven tries to duel off Era. There's the Riptide plus the Radiance burn damage. Going to ward him off. How much damage is it? 60? No, it's 55. Burn damage. Burn damage 45. Okay, so yeah, I can't keep up with all these small changes. Oh, smoke instantly revealed from Tidehunter. I think JK saw that. I don't know. But Na'Vi, they know that someone is either invis or hiding. Either way, their smoke did get dispelled immediately after usage. They're looking for a pick now. They could find Trixie, although Trixie does have a little bit of backup. Dendi gonna throw out some psionic traps. Gonna get swiped down by the bear. Is there any true sight? No, that was just the fade delay time. Admiration has double damage runes, and he's hitting like a truck also. What the hell's happening to his damage? Why is it flickering? No idea. But Na'Vi, they're just going to finish their tour of the tier 2s, bring down this last tier 2 tower. And Fnatic, I mean, they didn't defend the last one. Why would they defend this one? Era did do some pretty good work taking down a tier 3 tower on his own. Still, you got to remember that the mid-rax is in favor of Na'Vi. Fnatic going to push that though, try to make something happen there, at least take down this tier 2 tower to make the raxes easier to access in the future. But this tower is going to go bye-bye very quickly. Lots of damage coming out from Na'Vi. Plus an Edict? No, Edict not even needed. They're going to keep going. Pressure back, Fnatic, force the TPs back. Ready, we have 1 teleportation, 2 teleportations, and Era still pushing that through because he does have the boosted travel. Going to go straight for the top lane Raxes. Teleportation coming back. It is Light of Heaven trying to defend those Raxes. He is going to be completely baited though, as the Morphling does just yank out of there. Now No Tail looking for a black hole. There's a Ravage only hitting onto Trixie though. As the BKBs do pop. No Tail going to catch Puppy only with the black hole. Denny's right behind him though, doing heavy damage. There goes the Enigma in exchange for that Tidehunter. Schneckles also very weak as well. Denny can get a hold of the ground against Trixie. He does have the Aegis to the Immortal. Here comes Admirations for Requiem. It's going to hit absolutely jack all. He's going to hit Trixie with a raise. Another raise to follow. No, just the right click's going to bring down this bear. One more hit. There you go. The bear does drop. Admiration and Dendi still alive. Light of Heaven slowly working up to the mid lane. But the tier 3 tower does go down. Now No Tail's going to take a little bit of damage. Dendi with the right clicks. Huge amount of damage. Mailed for the minus armor. One more hit is all you need. There it is. JK can try to do enough damage to Dendi, but he does have an Aegis. Well, with the triple kill already, he's going to instead go invisible. There goes the Sentry Ward, but Dendi's in a very rough position. He's going to drop the Aegis right now. No way to save this. Arzard is the only one still in this top lane. Dendi's got to blink out as soon as he's alive, but no, he gets Galed upon arrival. And he's going to drop for a second time. Holy shit streak onto Era. He's going to clean up Arzard as well. JK going to blink forward. Doesn't have enough mana for anything. And teleportation coming up from Arzard. Instantly disrupted by that adaptive strike. And Fnatic, they do defend their Raxes. Na'Vi, they also defend their Raxes. So just a little bit of a fight all over the place. But Dendi, you saw how much damage he did, and I don't even think he got many crits there. And what's more, Na'Vi, they didn't have Light of Heaven there. So that was a 5v4, and Na'Vi just stood their ground. Light of Heaven, if he was there, that would have been meant more minus armor, a net, and even a evacuation strategy, or a retreat strategy for Dendi when he got caught out by the Aegis respawn. He would have lived, most likely. But Light of Heaven, I mean, he had to defend that top lane. If he didn't, then Era would have taken top Raxes, and that's something that Na'Vi really would not like to deal with. I mean, they could easily equalize that, I guess, but Era with the mobility with that on that Morphling, he's just so annoying to Na'Vi. Naga Siren Illusions trying to hold the front lines. Radiance burn damage plus Riptide doing a pretty good job at that. But Na'Vi, they need Dendi to be up, and at that point, I feel like they could make something happen. Run, Schneckles, run! Oh, Gale damage. Not a Riptide damage, yeah, it's pretty big. Leshrac gonna go for more minus armor. I love it, Leshrac. Hell yeah, that's amazing. Medallion of Courage, man. That's even more minus armor. -6. What is that, 29? Almost -30 armor on one target. Yeah, that hurts. That hurts a lot. But all of Na'Vi now are up, heading towards that mid lane. Puppey is invisible? Yeah, he's invisible. Maybe they're just going to look to take down the range raxes. Get a little bit more presence in that mid lane that way. Although they could go... Oh no, Schneckles is going to spot out Puppey. He does have a gem, but Puppey does know that Schneckles is around here. He's going to try to close in. There's the Sonic Trap. He's going to instantly teleport out of this, and entangle from the bear is going to mean that the Venomancer does escape. The objective is Roshan. I think this is going to be it. Another -6 armor onto Roshan. -22. Roshan, goodbye. Good luck surviving that shit. -22 again. -16. Yeah, that Roshan didn't stand a chance. Teleportation now onto the top lane where Era is still there, pushing that out. Light of Heaven is going to be the one to defend this, but I mean, Era could just yank himself back out with that replicate. Whereas Light of Heaven, he's still reliant on those TP scrolls. So Era's buying time for Fnatic by forcing TPs onto the top lane. That's really not what Na'Vi want to do. They want to be pushing raxes, but you can't push raxes when your top is being pushed out. Maybe if everyone from Na'Vi groups onto that top lane, then they could kind of just say, well, good luck pushing that lane, because we're all there. But yeah, this minus armor from Na'Vi is ridiculous. Navi's gonna go. Light of Heaven's gonna go for the heart. So he's gonna have a lot of sustained radiance burn, admiration. Yeah, everyone's now congregating onto this mid lane. But wow, this minus armor it's intense, man. Meld, Gush, Medallion, Desolator, Presence of the Dark Lord, Riptide, all minus armor. So Na'Vi, even if they like somehow lose all their items, they're still gonna be doing a ton of damage due to that minus armor. So their objective is going to be these ranged raxes. Fnatic, they don't really need to defend these because the difference between melee raxes and melee raxes plus range raxes is very small. These raxes are going to go down. Admiration's got to be careful not to get one hit entangled. There's the illusions from Manta, and this bear is taking a ton of damage. Needs to get resummoned by Trixie. The bear instead does drop, and the raxes are now taking a little bit of fire. Light of Heaven going to get black hold. No Song of the Siren for him, and he's going to drop. Dendi going to dive right in, try to go for no tail. He is going to bring him down. Admiration going to blink in. Also going to get that huge AoE ultimate off. Puppey does get his Ravage off before he does go on. Just one hit on that Rax's Admiration on the run because Era has a freaking Eye of Scotty. Everyone from Na'Vi is dying. Ours are on the run. JK unable to follow him, but Dendi hiding in the invisibility. This Raxes do survive at 50 HP. Dendi just blink in and tap the Raxes. Thank you. Jeez. He's going to hold his ground, but he's going to go down. There goes the Aegis. Is there a Sentry Ward here? You can just instant meld or blink. Meld, blink. Blink. Run! Oh, you stuck around too long. A Venomancer illusion with gem. So Na'Vi, they do take the Raxes, but they pretty much end up getting wiped. Light of Heaven, unfortunately, couldn't do anything in that fight. Completely locked down. One-man black hole. No tail is pretty good at those one-man black holes. So I don't think he's caught... I guess he caught 3 people over here in the early stage of the game, but that didn't really mean anything. Fnatic, I mean, they do kill a whole bunch of Na'Vi heroes, but they lose the Raxes. They lose, well, 1 range and 1 melee. So it's gonna slow them down even more. It's gonna mean Era's gonna have to struggle that much more to push out that top lane. Whereas Na'Vi, they could slow push the bottom lane now. I don't know if they're actually going to do that, but it's definitely an option for them. You already see these illusions sieging up that tower. Riptide? No, Riptide. Oh, there's the Riptide. This creep wave is gonna go bye-bye. And even this tower could take a little bit of damage. JK taking a sizable chunk of damage from these illusions. Top lane is being pushed out by Trixie, who still doesn't have anything. I guess, well, 4,700 gold is something, but it doesn't matter how much gold you have if you don't have any items, because Lone Druid, in the Aegis, the Assault Cuirass is very important for his team. The team needs that plus armor. It's just, if they don't have it, they just all crumble. The problem is the Lone Druid in itself not very tanky at this point. He's going to go... What? They're also going to go for Radiance? 42 minutes into the game? I don't understand my world right now. Puppey's going to get ganked by a fake... Oh, there's the real one, Morphling with double damage rune, but Puppey's going to withdraw just fine. Admiration to back him up as well. Na'Vi, they're just trying to put as much pressure onto that top lane so they could leave it there. But Era, I mean, he's pretty darn stacked. Double damage rune plus 305 on him. That's ridiculous damage. 500 damage a pop. That's fearsome. Plus the Manta style illusions, which will do pretty much the same amount. I have Scotty Helmet Dominator. Definitely not the build that you usually see from Morphlings. But hey, it works. 14 minutes of the game, this Morphling is almost maxed out. Na'Vi, they want to get the range racks on the top, perhaps? Oh, who killed the Radiant Courier? Who did that? Well, whoever did is going into the box of shame. But anyway, Na'Vi going to breach the high ground and then slide down towards the bot lane. They're going to have Admiration's Illusions tank this up, and with the minus armor from the Desolator, they can very easily do this. Era going to go straight in for Puppey, separated from the group. He's going to drop without using that Ravage. He's stalling the Siren, unfortunately unable to do that. So he's going to get netted to the floor. Titan's going to buy back, teleportation in. There's No Tails, Black Hole onto both Dendy and Admiration. They still could pop out the BKBs. They're the BKBs. Era still doing a lot of damage to Light of Heaven, though, trying to do as much damage to the tower as he can. Teleportation out from Admiration, and now Art is going to get chased down by that Radiance. Hit from the Shadow Strike, and he's going to drop as well as Dendy. I don't know how he managed to slip out of that one, but he's going to get out as well. Na'Vi losing Light of Heaven plus Arzart and Puppey, whereas Fnatic have lost No Tail as well as the Venomancer. Black Hole is down though, so maybe that was just a ploy for Na'Vi to draw at that Black Hole. The Black Hole is out in the tower. If you breathe on it, it'll fall down. But still, I mean, Na'Vi, they are in a pretty commanding lead right now. Although it doesn't really seem like it. Just the fact that their momentum will constantly go into their favor. Fnatic, they need one good fight, and they're just not finding that fight. Na'Vi, they could just do what they're doing for the... Oh no, who's doing this? Is that Light of Heaven? No, okay. He's fine. It's fine. No box of shame right now. But Na'Vi, even though the experience bar, even though the gold bar might not show that they're in a commanding lead, I mean, they have momentum right now. They have one set of raxes plus another half set of raxes. In Fnatic, their only chance is to completely get a team wipe to actually equalize that out, or maybe if Na'Vi get a little bit lazy and they drop the top raxes without Na'Vi responding in time. What the hell, Dendy? Why? Why are you doing this? Get a what? Get a butterfly. Get a halberd. Get a halberd. Halberd's really good against Morphling. But not another crit. What the hell's going on here? What game am I watching? Na'Vi, they're just going to barrel down the mid lane once again. The Black Hole is now down. BKB is slowly getting shorter and shorter. Puppey didn't use his Ravage last time. Era going to dive straight in. He does that replicate to yank out, but he's going to take a lot of minus armor. There's the BKB on him. BKB also popped off from Admiration. Era taking a lot of damage. He's going to yank out to the top lane where Light of Heaven is there. Denny going to go straight onto JK. One hit, two hit, almost three shotting that Queen of Pain. Trixie is going to take a net. He's going to take a Sonic Trap as well. And Trixie, I don't feel like he can escape from this. Desolator from the low ground, and Naga Siren does pick up that kill. And now with that Lone Druid down, that is no Assault Cuirass armor bonus for them. They're just going to tap this tower, tap the melee raxes, and Fortification is going to slow them down. But Era, he needs to heal, but his replicate was way too far away. It was like all the way over here. The raxes do go down as Dendy snipes off Schneckles, gush onto No Tail, the minus armor. Oh my god, that crit damage. Bottom raxes have gone down. They only need the top raxes to get the mega creeps, but it looks like they're not even going to do that. They're going to go straight for the tier 4s, the Desolator, the minus armor, the huge base damage coming out from the double crit Dendy. This game is over. The tier 4 raxes have fallen. Era going to make his last stand. Light of Heaven, well, there's the Ravage, and Era is unable to survive that. JK is going to snipe off Light of Heaven, but he instantly buys back. And there goes the game, guys. GG has been called by No Tail. Na'Vi with their minus armor strategy and the celebratory Requiem of Souls. Do you manage to pull this one out over Fnatic? I feel like they just needed better team fight Fnatic. They just didn't manage their team fights well enough. Lone Druid didn't have enough, and Radiance, really? You're going to get a Radiance this late into the game? Dendy with the third crit item. I love it. Actually, no, I don't. It's kind of, yeah, he knew that he was going to win the game, but anyway, guys, Na'Vi versus Fnatic from Starseries Season 3. This one does go to Na'Vi. See you guys later. GG.